Householders' terror as 18-feet-long Burmese python tried to enter their bedroom window after escaping home. Shocking photos capture the terrifying moment. An escaped 18-feet-long python tried to get into a house through an open bedroom window. The very dangerous snake, which weighs 6 stones 38 kilograms, was spotted by neighbors as it made its way across a roof before forcing its way through the upstairs window. Worried residents inside then managed to use a broom handle to fight off the albino Burmese python and poke it back out, before it fell 20 feet onto the bonnet of a car below, landing with an almighty thud. A neighbor then looked after the huge serpent in her conservatory until it woke up. A Burmese python, pictured, escaped from a house in Chandler's Ford in Hampshire before trying to break into another house through an open window. The shocking episode unfolded in the early hours at a row of terrace houses in Chandler's Ford near Southampton, Hants. Jenny Warwick, 62, first noticed the enormous snake slithering across the roof of the houses opposite at around 5:30 am. Mrs. Warwick, I saw something on the roof and thought it must be a plastic tube, but then its head started moving. I told my husband Stephen, but he said don't be silly. I have a dog called Rodney, and he was really barking and going mad. I asked a neighbor outside if they could see something on the roof, because I didn't have my glasses and I wasn't sure if I was seeing things. We realized that it was definitely a snake, and it was moving all over the roof trying to find a way to get down. My husband hates snakes, and he couldn't get to work fast enough. It's not what you want to see first thing in the morning. I think it's very irresponsible to let it loose. Passers-by were horrified by the sight, and some even grabbed their dogs to keep them away from the 18-feet beast. Mrs. Warwick, who has lived on the street for 36 years, saw the residents of the house try to poke the frightening snake out of the window using a broom handle. It then tumbled onto the bonnet of a Hyundai i10 hatchback below and made an almighty thud. Nearby residents decided to knock on the door of a neighbor who used to keep snakes, thinking it might be hers. The woman, who did not wish to be named, said, I was woken by people banging on my door talking about a snake in the road. It wasn't mine, but I said they could leave it in my conservatory until it woke up. It's a very dangerous snake, and it's massive. I felt sick when my friend told me it was trying to get into someone's house. There could have been a baby in there or anything. I used to keep snakes, and I know that when they're hungry, they can turn nasty. I was bitten by my python a number of times. It was a big 18-feet snake, and it must have been 6 stone at least. The woman then called the man who owns the snake, who turned up and took it back to his house a short distance away. Our Speaker Scientific Officer, Evie Button, said, snakes are excellent escape artists and will take the opportunity of a gap in an enclosure door or a loose-fitting lid to make a break for it. Last year, we took over 1,200 reports about snakes, with the highest number of calls coming during the summer months. People should only consider keeping a snake if they can ensure they are fully able to provide for these needs.